Thank God it's not snowing, because, you know, North Carolinians can't drive in the snow, right? Hey guys, this is me, Reggie, your really real estate agent with Lambert Realty. I haven't done that one in a long time. That kind of stumbled out of my mouth there. But if you guys are interested in looking or buying in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, please let me know. I am here to serve you. If not me, then someone else on my team can help you out, whether it's me or Ashley the Realtor or Ash the Realtor. Then just let me know. I want to have a conversation about something that's really dear to my heart, and it kind of plays off of the culture question, and that is live music in Charlotte. What exactly is the live music culture in Charlotte, North Carolina? Well guys, if you're from Austin, Texas, if you're from Los Angeles, if you're from New York, if you're from someplace that broke that really big band and they have that really cool place where, you know, everything cool happens, yeah, we don't really have that anymore. Our music scene here, local music scene, is kind of shriveled up a little bit. This is before COVID, but COVID definitely took it to the next level. The bigger local venues kind of went away. The places where acts would go to learn how to really rock a crowd, a good sized crowd, not like a coffee shop or some little corner of a club. I mean like a legit place with a stage and sound man and monitors and just loudness. Maybe even like Amos South End used to be. That place was dope. I like Amos South End. I'm not even sure if it still exists anymore. I need to look that up. But I performed there, and I had a great time performing there. And I had a great time performing at places that no longer exist, like Tremont Music Hall. That was a great place. I think there's a few places in the Music Factory that aren't even there anymore, or whatever they call it now, the Avett Exchange Music Factory, or whatever the term is for it. I remember when there were bars that you could go to and just play it, and there was a lot of music happening. At least during my little run, during my 10-year run, it felt like it was that way. I was lucky enough to play at all the big stages at the time, and also play at the biggest events in the city at the time. The only thing I didn't play at was maybe like the races, but I think I was close enough because I played Speed Street, so that was pretty cool. But I never played at the actual racetrack in that little oval there. That would have been dope. Is this a place where you can come to and have a great music career? Oh, that's a great question. There are people here who are musicians that made it out, like Anthony Hamilton, Sunshine Anderson, Joe DeCease from Charlotte. DaBaby is the only rapper that I know that made it out of Charlotte. For the most part, we've been an R&B place, and I would say gospel place. Pretty known for the gospel stuff here, for the mixing and all that stuff here, but I don't think there's many artists from here that broke in gospel, but definitely R&B, which is basically tied into gospel at the hip, you know? That's the thing. If you learn how to sing or be musical in Charlotte, you probably grew up in the church. Even if that's not necessarily Charlotte, but Charlotte adjacent, like the Avett Brothers. Those guys, I think they're from Concord. You know, you have talent here. The issue has always been, where can the talent go? Everybody can't blow up singing. So sometimes you need bands, and I've seen great bands pop up and go away. Pop up and then go away. It's a routine, man. And it's not a unique thing to Charlotte. Let's just be clear about that. This happens in every major city. I remember going down to Atlanta and I saw this amazing band called the 54. Blew my socks away. I thought they were the best unsigned band I had ever seen, and I thought their whole image and everything was just great. They told me something that I never thought I'd ever hear. They said, man, people don't want to see us in Atlanta. I said, well, why? He's like, well, we're from Atlanta, so they don't even care about us. Which is true. People don't care about you until you go someplace else. See, it's the people that come from other places that people say, oh, that person's great. That person blew up in whatever place, so they must be good. And then you all of a sudden you get like these bandwagoning fans that become real fans who actually like you because other people like you. In a way, it's kind of like real estate. You know, you may have a client that's on the fence about a house, doesn't really know if they want the house, and then all of a sudden you hear, hey, there's another offer. They want the house now. They really, really want the house now. And they'll be sad if they don't get it. That happens all the time. All the time. And that's a decision thing. But it's so true for music as well. It doesn't change anything. It's the same concept. It's almost like a fear of missing out, or maybe it's a fear of being a part of something nice before it becomes someone else's or not as special, I guess. I had mentioned in a previous video that Charlotte really isn't a college town. And I think that kind of hurts some of the indie music artists blowing up on the scene. I know people who used to religiously go to shows and support local artists, and you know, they got pretty decent, but they never could break because it's just really hard to do that. There's no radio support to really push you. There's no record labels here that are really gonna elevate you to that level. There's no major executive working out of Charlotte that's making things happen. Well, there wasn't at the time, right? So it seems as though this just isn't the place to blow up. No, actually, this is a great place to go. This is actually a good place to go for tours, because a lot of the patrons that come here, because we're not so much of a college city, they're gonna be adults. And with adults means they buy alcohol. And club owners and venue owners love when people bring people in that buy alcohol because they mark it up so much. So if this is actually a pretty good city to drop in on a tour, if you haven't put that on the map yet, I would say pick this place over like a Greensboro or something like that if you could. But it's also hard to get people out. You really got to get the word out. And I think nowadays with social media, that changes the game. But it's still not very easy because we just don't have a tradition of that type of mentality here. I would say it's very much a crab in a bucket mentality. Crabs in a bucket mentality. You know, as soon as somebody's about to get out, other people are trying to pull them back in. That's the kind of thing that you got to be wary about. And I think that's something that Charlotteans know about because we dealt with it. We deal with it. And it hasn't stopped. It still just changes a little bit as you get older, but it's still there. I would find it interesting with other people who have never been to the city before, trying to figure out what exactly do they see when they come to Charlotte for the first time. Do they think this city's great? Who are their friends? Who are they interacting with? Are they even friends with people from Charlotte? This is a really cold day. This is one of those weird days where it says it's 50, but to me it feels like it's about 40, almost 35. It's chilly, man. It's chilly. I would love to have some soup right now, or some chili or something like that. Ugh, I would even eat Wendy's chili. By the way, are you really living in Charlotte if you haven't ate Bojangles? I mean, seriously, guys, like Bojangles is like a blessing. It's a blessing. It's like Bojangles, Cheerwine, Liver Mush, Krispy Kreme, and Sundrop. I can probably drop Sundrop off. I don't really need Sundrop, but definitely the other four, oh yeah.